Greetings, friends. How we all doing? Hopefully well, hopefully invested and looking at your investment growing. Welcome to Crypto Consciousness. Here, David, myself, am here to give you or share with you, shall I say, what I see to be happening in the crypto scene. I'm going to give you a quick update today on Ethereum. As a technical trader, I like to always look left in the charts to make sure that I'm looking for the rhymes in the charts, because there's a saying that charts do not repeat themselves. However, they often rhyme. So we're always looking for the rhymes. You can see here I've had a little bit of a break at the beach today. This is not me actually at the beach. This is just the backdrop, but it's a reminder that we should all take time out to be with nature, to live a healthy lifestyle, and that starts with your food and your water, the type of water you drink, type of food that you eat, and also honoring the rest time, but also connecting with nature, being around the sounds of nature, the birds, the water, sharing time with family if you can. If you don't have, that's fine. In silence is important too, amongst the trees, hearing the wind, and letting yourself be submerged amongst those things is highly important. As a humanoid, I like to call us, to refresh yourself and to remind you of the most important stuff, which is nothing is permanent completely, and that everything's always changing, and it's good to be reminded of that, just with the weather, the temperature, the day of time, nighttime, daytime, whatever it is that you're into. Anyway, let's get into crypto. So what I sort of see happening at the moment, this month's big news. I look back into some history from February as well, some fundamental stuff. So technical trading is what I like to do, looking at the charts, looking at the price action. That's raw, that speaks loud volumes. But fundamentally, there's information and things changing in the industry, which is what we need to be looking at closely. So we're going to just have a look. There's a little bit of red in the market today, not much, but it's a good time to see that we've could be buying anything that's pulled back a little bit. I'm looking at Ethereum. Let's just go into CoinSpot here. All right, so here in CoinSpot, we've got a little bit of red, not much, but everything was red earlier today. Now we're seeing a lot more green coming through. There's a bit of craziness going on in the NFT worlds here with Chili's. We had 100% pump today, but a lot of my tokens are doing really, really well. And looking at Theta Fuel pumped 55% yesterday, or up to 90%, and then pulled back. Zillico had some awesome pumps. Anyway, we're not here to talk about those. We're here to talk about Ethereum. So Ethereum at the moment, if we look at the charts, we're looking at it recently hit an all-time high, and it pulled back majorly, and we're sort of making that climb back up. Using the VPVN, I've got some buying pressure here, which is good at the 1700 US mark, and you can see with the wicks it's pulling back up. So we've got some good support there. We'll have a look just here at the news. So back in February, we had scaling coming to Ethereum in March. Guess what? We're in March now. And then I looked at the recent update, which is from the 10th of March. So we're talking about 2 or 3 days ago. Solution to Ethereum scaling up by 100 times. For those who don't know, 100x just means 100 times. So that would be 10,000%. And obviously 100% is a one time. 200% makes 2 of those one times. 300% makes 3 of those one times. So we're talking about 100 times in speed. Saying that it's imminent, and that's by Vitalik, the co-maker and founder of Ethereum. You can have a look at the news here. We're predicting a scaling by a factor of 100. The optimism of this layer will release in the coming weeks. We're looking at, where was it? So we're looking in the next 2 weeks. So we've got end of March coming in the next 2-3 weeks. It's a roll-up technology. Roll-ups are coming very soon, he says. We're confident that by the time that we need more scaling up, meaning when they do the upgrade to 2.0, the sharding will have already been ready for this stuff for a long time. And the roll-ups is this technology that they're talking about. A second layer solution for processing transactions a lot more faster before bundling batches of transactions together. Ethereum mainnet, so forget all that. The solution, here we go. The things to remember is if you have a roll-up but you don't have sharding, you still have 100x factor scaling, you will still have the ability of the blockchain to go up somewhere between 1,000 and 4,000 transactions a second, depending on the complexity of this transactions. Thank you. And the what he says, Butek, I've read this, is he predicts that once this beginning occurs with this roll up happening within the end of March, so that's any day now, and they are ahead of schedule because originally it was mid-April that it was planned for. They were looking up to 100,000 transactions per second, and that's where it's going to go. So right now you can get tens per second. So if you get this at at 1,000 or 4,000 transactions a second, that's a massive improvement. Then where it's going by the end of the year, when the 2.0 really starts to kick in, we'll be looking up to 100,000 per second. So is this something you want to invest in? This is the questions that you ask yourself. I ask myself, what are the fundamentals happening behind this technology or this company? Who's doing it? What's the team? Are they good quality? Yes, yes, yes. Are we looking at something happening very soon? Yes, this is the news coming forward that it's going to improve. And then we know there's billions of dollars locked up on Ethereum network through DeFi, decentralized finance. Massive topic. We'll go into another video. This was meant to be a quick video, so we're going to keep it short and sweet. But most important, this is happening. For those of you who aren't following technology-wise, this is happening. It's early, and this may bring a lot of hype to Ethereum. So if we have a look, Ethereum today is trading at 2,351. And that's your buying price. So we're here on CoinSpot. For those who haven't got a CoinSpot account, I recommend looking at the bottom of my video, get my referral code, sign up. This is for those who are in Australia, and go through the KYC sign up, which means they're following the government protocols. Get yourself signed up so you can easily buy and sell. You just deposit money into your account. You get a bonus from my referral of Bitcoin, and then you'll also then start being able to buy and sell all these other tokens in this CoinSpot account. So if we have a look here, I've just done a little resistance, price action resistance just here with a line. You've got small resistance. We've finally popped out here when it hit 2,332. It busted out. So just on a small technical level, we're starting to bust out a little bit, which is great. The news is old as well as recently refreshed, so it's not something we're going to get too carried away about, but we are just considering that this is coming. So if we go onto the daily chart, that little resistance line is a little bit insignificant, but you can see if we see today or tomorrow it starts to climb, it's possible that we may take out that 2,500 Australian dollar mark, and that'll create a beautiful continuation of what we're seeing here. It might not even be today, it might be tomorrow or the day after. Then that might pull back again and then continue up again to take out the all-time high. Once we take out the all-time high, potentially we are looking at a bit of a run happening on Ethereum because we're a little bit overdue. And so you can have a look at that as some positive news. The volume is not, it's average, it's okay, and we are looking at the daily. So recently we had that drop there in price. So we've sort of just seen a recovery with that with pretty average volume. It's not a decline in volume, it's not an increase, but what we want to see is an increase, so pay attention to that. If you're looking at getting Ethereum, it might be a time to consider it. You know, again, I'm not a financial advisor here. I'm here to give you my insights and what I'm looking at and how I invest. I don't worry too much about the short term. I look at the product and the development and the technology and what it means to me. So here, yeah, sure, it's pretty high, but at the same time, you don't often see a big dip in the market without some major news happening, and that was a pretty big correction there, which I believe was caused by institutes wanting to get in on the market. So they set off some whales selling off, and then some big sort of FUD news going on to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There's a lot of pressure to buy. You can see the wicks. That's, in a technical sense, that's pulling up. There's a lot of support there, and so we know that the $1,900 mark, Australian dollar mark, is a really heavy support point. So if we go back to this chart here, that's probably around 1,400 US dollars. You can see the wicks are here too, and you can see the VPVN. There's a lot of activity buying there. So one thing I want to note on a technical level is the reason why I think once it passes the all-time high, if you have a look on the right, there's not much buying orders there in place, which means it can just skyrocket. Once you see that, it can just go bang. It takes a small amount of orders to just continue that flow. Once the hype happens, people get excited, busts out, there'll be a lot of orders to buy there, and then boom, potentially we could get a little breakout like we saw back here in early January at the 757 US dollar mark. So that's my two Satoshis on that topic. One thing to keep in mind as well is a lot of people were giving up on Ethereum for a little while, and they were getting excited about Cardano. Cardano is an amazing competitor to Ethereum, and they've just released, well, they've just completed the Merry Fork, which the next stage to Merry Fork, which for those who don't know, is the Goguen smart contracts, and that will then enable everyone to transfer from Ethereum projects from Ethereum over to Cardano. ADA is the token name ADA, and that's massive. That's coming. I think that was mid-April. So what you could do if you're holding a lot of Cardano, because of the news we had where we tripled our price, we went from 45 cents to dollars. I think I hit $1.90. Let's have just a quick squeegee there. Yeah, if you're looking at, you might have made some profit on Cardano, and you might want to bring some of that over to Ethereum. Yeah, we hit $1.62. Sorry. Yeah, no, it was $1.90. There we go. I'm pretty sure $1.97. Yeah, to the T. Perfect. All right, so we hit $1.97. So if you have a look at this chart, we've pulled back from $1.97 to $1.40. It's a beautiful spot for the market to continue its run up. So you may not want to pull out money from Cardano. You might want to bring in some fresh funds, and then just start riding, let that wave ride as April comes in. Where are we down here? So we're in March at the moment, and April starts. Yeah, so we could see a little bit of sideways action here, and then potentially start climbing again in April. So this is also a tip from my point of view that Cardano, once this Goguen takes off, we're going to see potentially, we may see a lot of projects moving to Cardano from Ethereum, and that's massive news. So you could be investing based on that on a fundamental level. So hopefully that's made a bit of sense to most of you, and that you're happy to make some ideas come to fruition. Remember, when we are investing, we need to make our own decisions, and no one else is responsible for that. And I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not technically giving you any advice. I'm here to let you make your own decisions. I hope you are investing into crypto. I believe it's a huge future of where things are going. Instead of keeping money into fiat, which is pretty much not earning you any interest at the moment in the banks, you may as well be doing something useful with your wealth, your hard-earned money. So anyway, that's 2 thumbs up from me. Hope you have an awesome day. Happy investing this week, and leave in the comments what your favorite altcoin is and which altcoin you want me to talk about. I will be talking about a lot of altcoins coming up as I make more time to make these videos. This is really just to share to those people who are curious in Australia what to be investing in and how to start looking at things. There's much to share. I'm only giving a little tiny bits at the moment, just as I have a little bit of time to make videos. So leave a message, leave a like, subscribe, share this video across your friends and platform, and I'll see you all soon in the next video.